Welcome to In Moderation,
the show where we give you a moderate dose of info, sarcasm, and we already know we're not approved. And now I'm like, do I just get a new car? At this point, do I just fucking buy a new car and trade it in and have, hey, take this car for parts?
Sounds like
Probably
you need a
still
DeLorean.
cheaper. Yeah,
I
right.
want a fucking DeLorean so badly. God
Welcome
damn.
to In Moderation, where we're still talking about DeLoreans.
My car may be going away. My car might be going away because of New York. Because of New York. That's why. They have taxes and this, and not just taxes, but inspections on everything. So I might just be forced into a new car. And if I'm forced into a new car, there's only one reasonable option. It starts with a duh and ends with an DeLorean.
And if we know anything, it's that it's never too far in the future for a DeLorean to be the right choice.
Now, you were here when we talked about it. The new one's like $250,000. The new one, they're remaking it, and the starting price is $250,000. I'm like, well,
insane.
fuck that. I can't do that. But like an old 83 or whatever is like 50 grand. 50 grand for a joke that I might use. I don't know.
They know their audience.
Yeah, I'm frustrated. But anyway, how you doing, Avisha?
Pretty good. I'm in the middle of a very elongated project around green lights.
Green lights. Okay, what are you doing? You growing
Oh,
shit?
is it the
Wait, no, you can't grow things with green
regards
lights.
to fibromyalgia?
Fibromyalgia, migraines, any sort of neuropathic pain.
Now, I've heard of red light therapy. I'm assuming this is green light therapy, which does the opposite of what red light therapy does. It means go,
Sort of,
right?
They're sort of like perpendicular. Like you've got three different color processing units, different cones. You've got your red sensitive, green sensitive, and blue sensitive.
Okay.
And the blue sensitive are responsible for things like triggering your circadian rhythm, melatonin cycles. The main purpose of red light therapy is to sort of get absorbed by cytochrome P oxidase, increase energy within the mitochondria, which can be beneficial in a variety of different ways. Not as beneficial as people will tell you, but there is a good amount of research about it having some benefits for like wound healing and skin health.
I've seen that for like, just like, yeah, for as far as your skin goes, like some topical, like what, like there's some things, but as far as like just super energizing your mitochondria, it's like, well, maybe not so much.
Ironically, when it comes to those like big red light beds where you can go to these bougie health spas and get entirely surrounded by everything, what they don't generally realize and tell you is that there's actually a U-shaped curve for efficacy when it comes to red light. Too little, you're not going to get an effect. Too high of a dose, and you're also not going to get an effect because you can sort of overload the system, and rather than increasing energy availability, instead you're increasing reactive oxygen species being generated by the absorption of said things. So
how much red light am I from like a traffic stop? Like that's that amount of red light? Like how much red light do I need here?
The amount that you would need for a beneficial effect on your like skin and hair is in the realm of 2 or 3 minutes of a very high intensity panel or 10 to 20 minutes of a lower intensity panel. Okay. It is far, far stronger than you would get from any type of traffic light. Like, for example...
Oh, damn. I had a whole fucking business plan set up. Hey, there we go. This red light.
That didn't sound good.
There it goes. There goes the red light. Red light means stop. Oh, that's so much red light.
That's intense red.
Okay. Because, I've seen... My wife's talking about this. She wants to get one of those, like... I don't know, like they're little canvas things that you get into, like they're the little like squares that have the little like zipper that you get into them and they flash the red light. Is that like, are those things even good enough to be worth it, or is that just wasteful?
Wait, say that again. I had headphones off while I was doing
the little portable ones. Basically, you set up in like your basement or some shit, and they've got a little zipper, and you get in kind of like a little steam sauna thing.
So those are infrared saunas. Those are a totally different thing.
What different? What is
so? An infrared sauna is trying to get you the sauna benefit of actually elevating body temperature, and that's like a totally different effect as compared to the red light.
Does the red light do anything in it then, or is they just throwing that in for people who have no idea?
When they include red light in those things, it really depends on what they're doing. Like the majority of them are probably not giving you a strong enough red light to do much. I'm sure there are some brands that do, but at the same time, the problem is the benefit that you get from a sauna requires a high enough treatment duration that most infrared saunas are not really getting you up to enough temperature to really get that benefit. And if they are, then they've already gone too high on the red light if they have a reasonably strong red light for the most part. So like,
are these things like incompatible then? Like you shouldn't have them together because they kind of have different time lengths that you should be doing the thing?
If it was really well calibrated, you can do it because it's all about the total like energy dose that your skin is receiving. And that has to do with your intensity of light, your distance from the light, and your exposure time. So theoretically, if someone was really calibrating this properly, they could dial it in so that time under heat is equal to dose required. The thing is, even then, like what most people also just completely go over is they'll tell you that red light can be good for like your joints and muscles and bones, but also for your skin and your hair. However, penetration depth drops off exponentially every millimeter, like it goes in the human body. So the amount of exposure that is required in order to have a benefit on your like joints is typically going to be high enough. You sort of already overloaded on skin. So it's
so
like,
we
that's
need to
something
go through the skin. We need like needles to go in there, and
you
then
need
the
to
red
go
light through.
You need to inject the red light or whatever.
Red light injectables. Is that what Red 40 is for mostly? So that when I take in the Red 40, since it's red, it heals my body from the inside? That's what I'm hearing.
We can propose that to RFK and see how he does.
Bro, I'm telling you, red light. No, not red light. Red 40 capsules, like supplement form that we sell. It's just Red 40 that people take.
I did a video a while back on yellow 5. And there was a really cool study where they used it. They take a lot of yellow 5 and they put it on the skin of a mouse, or maybe it was a rat that was shaved, and it turns the skin translucent, allowing them to see their organs using visible light.
I think I've seen, I don't know if I saw you do, I think I've seen this before. So
it made some headlines. I did a video like, I don't know, a little over a year ago, something like that. But it's super freaky and cool. It has to do with the way that the yellow 5 works with normally it would be like your skin would be reflecting certain wavelengths of light, making it opaque. But here it's like absorbing enough and allowing the others to pass through and out. It's a fascinating effect.
So theoretically it can work on human too.
Yeah, if telling about enough. Yeah, exactly. I would not recommend, we have not actually done human safety trials on that high amount, but
that would be a fucking sick Halloween costume, I'll tell you that much. You're walking around with just your organs showing. I mean, if we're looking for like a case study, I'm sure someone out there is willing to do it. Fear Factor's back on TV. I don't know if you've seen that. Now it's, who's it hosted by? A different, I forgot Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville's doing it. Let's get in contact with them. Say next year for Halloween, cover someone in yellow 5 and just see what happens. Someone will sign a waiver for that.
I'm sure someone would. I mean, I'm for it. It sounds super cool.
Okay, so red. Okay, we were talking about the red light. Yeah, so the saunas then, just maybe not the best. So you would really need like a dedicated red light therapy, like a good. Like, what do you have to? Do you have to pay like $1,000, like $5,000 to get like a good enough one?
No. So the problem is like, I have this video in my to-do list that I have already like mostly scripted and filmed, whatever. Huberman has one of his sponsors is Juve, which is like the red light company, one of the top in the space. And if you listen to the ad, it's like, what makes these guys so good is their clinically proven frequencies of red light to have XYZ benefits. Now, on the one hand, it does have most of the benefits stated, although the magnitude is typically not there. And as I said before, you have to dose it carefully. The problem is, the reason why almost every red light panel has like 660 nanometer wavelength for red light is predominantly because that's the type of LEDs that we make on the cheap for mass market.
Shit.
So that's what every study used.
Ones that are in like our TVs, but they put them in fucking red. They put them in a light.
It's economies of scale. The LED market is very large, and if you want to get efficient LED panels that are red, which we need to have a pretty much pure red, pure green, pure blue in order to get all the different colors, it just makes sense to have pure red. So for the most part, the majority of scientific studies done on red light are using the same very narrow bandwidth of red because that's just what was available, and that is like the predominant red. If you look at the panel I just showed you that I got for like $300 from China is essentially equivalent to like the $1,500, $2,000 panel that you can buy from these big name brands. And it uses the same clinically proven frequencies because it's just the same. You can't patent a wavelength of light. And those are what you get. There are some panels that'll use like 660, 680, and then like a couple different, like maybe 730. Like they'll have like 4 or 5 different ones throughout the red and near infrared spectrum. And there's a limited amount of research indicating that maybe you might be boosting efficacy a little bit there. But it's still like nascent stages of research, and you're getting most of the benefit just from you get a high enough intensity, you get the right sort of lensing on it, you get the dirt cheap ones do nothing. Like for example, where does this thing go?
I mean, as usually you pay dirt cheap for something, it's not going to work, except for beans. That's the only thing you can pay dirt cheap and it's really good.
It's true. There was a video going viral on TikTok a while back about like this thing. It's like use different light therapy to
little handheld ones
do something on your face.
Yes.
And
these do nothing.
The thing about that is, as I said, the efficacy is all about intensity and treatment
duration.
Time.
Yeah.
When you're doing this up and down the face, you know how long you'd have to spend on each part of your skin to actually get to the point of doing
3
anything?
Seconds? More than 3 seconds?
It'd be more effective to do the stoplight.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. You know, if you spend 10 minutes on each part of your skin, this light might be enough to do something.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So yeah, a little handheld's probably not great.
No, but like, you can get a square panel for like $40-$50 that is actually enough to do the full face, full head.
Really? Okay, because I always expected those ones that are like $40. I'm like, that's some bullshit. That does nothing. I assume that
if you
nothing.
pay $40-$50 on Amazon, I don't know. I haven't looked at them recently, although I might be doing some testing soon. If you go straight to AliExpress, where all the you're just going to the original factories that all of like the influencers are white labeling and jacking up the price.
Definitely.
Right.
Like I have a cheap one that I've measured. It does the job.
Interesting. But they all kind of do a similar thing because they're all using like LEDs.
Yeah, pretty much. The main things you got.
What are they charging at like these spas that do like red light therapy? Did they just blast the shit out of you and hope you think that means it's better? Or like, are they using something better? Or are they just using the same shit, just more of it?
What they're typically doing is for the really high end ones, they're using like a red light bed. So you're getting your entire body at once. Oftentimes I would say they're doing too much. Like literally it's
you don't need your butthole shined is what you're saying. Or is there efficacy in like butthole healing from red light?
You know, I can't say that there's been any research on that.
How many studies? Are there any meta-analyses?
Does it help with hemorrhoids?
There you go, hemorrhoids.
Actually, at very high doses. At very high doses, it can be a little bit antimicrobial by dint of you sort of producing a lot of extra reactive oxygen species. Hence, the dose to deal with acne in clinical trials is like 5 to 10 times the amount to deal with like other skin benefits, because you're sort of overloading the rest to try to overload the bacteria. And then like that's a different sort of range of dosages.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah. So what were you saying? So they just overload you. So they just
what they charge you for 2 or 3 sessions is how much it would cost to get a perfectly functional panel at home.
Right. It just, and for people who just
I'm
like
sure
have
that's
the money.
more than what they would cost to get a perfectly functional panel.
Oh, I mean, it depends on the sizing. Like the panel I showed you was like a half body panel that costs again like probably $300 now.
Okay, so maybe red light therapy, some benefits potentially, and you can get something for relatively cheap if you want to try.
Pretty much. Just be careful about doing it for too much. Got to make sure to really dial in the dosage.
Yeah, should you start off at like a minute or two with like red light therapy, or like a few minutes, or like just kind of?
It's not something that you need to like work your body up to. It's not really an adaptive sort of thing. It's more just you need to look at the actual power output of your panel for a given treatment distance, and then figure out the amount of exposure. I've actually been thinking about publishing like a calculator where you can like input the specs.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Like I have a lot of light measuring devices around me for
not every house has, let me get this light measuring device. It's a little bit different than the other one I have. Let's check the red light.
Exactly.
Got it.
But you can look up the specs on whatever you purchase, and that should give you an estimate. And as long as it's reasonably accurate to claimed specs, you can then go from there.
Now, I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm never probably going to do the red light thing. I never have. And because I'm just like, this is like, so that gets into that like percentage where you're trying to be like uber extra healthy. And I'm like, I'm not a Huberman. I don't care. Like, I'm just like, oh, well, I had some vegetables on my sandwich, so like that's cool. And I feel like I'm more in that group, but like I find it interesting that people that are like, oh yeah, it's red light therapy and the specific melatonin introduction and blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's neat, but like
it gives me a measure of how much to roll my eyes when people are talking about it.
Yeah. It's fun though.
One thing that I will say positive about the whole space is oftentimes you're going to find the people who are focused on that type of stuff on average a lot healthier than everyone else, because the fact that they're doing that sort of thing makes health as a part of their identity. So that allows them to do other things that other people would otherwise, that's a lot of other, that allows them to perform activities, to eat things that are normally more in the way of requiring willpower, but because they have defined themselves as an uber healthy individual, not to be confused with a huber healthy individual.
They're very similar though, so you have to. There's a lot. The Venn diagram is overlapping a lot between the Huber and the Uber.
I should make a T-shirt: Uber healthy, Huber healthy,
Uber healthy, and there's like very little on the sides that's different, but there's a couple differences.
But having spent a lot of time in like the biohacking space, the very health obsessed space, most of those people have a lot of things wrong in their mind about what actually is ideal for health. But because it requires the baselines to even get there, most of them are very healthy people because they're exercising, they're eating, they're like...
Not to mention the disposable income if they're affording these devices.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen this on like organic vegetable consumption. Like people who eat organic vegetables are healthier. It's like they're just eating more vegetables. It's not compared to the people who are eating the same amount of conventional produce. They're just eating more like fucking fruits and vegetables, and that shit's healthy. And they also can afford organic, so they're doing other shit. Like that's why they're healthy.
Healthy user bias. Last week, my mother sent me an email. She was like, "Can you look at this study? Maybe it's something that would be good for you to talk about." And the study was looking at vitamin D supplementation for the treatment or the prevention of Alzheimer's.
Oh, I saw that.
Now, the thing about it is all the articles were talking about vitamin D, like supplementation is linked to something like 40% reduction in Alzheimer's. So she's like, I'm of the age where I should start worrying about this. Should I be taking all this vitamin D? And you look at the study, and it was an observational study that did not measure vitamin D levels before, during, or after. They did not even look at how much vitamin D people were either consuming in their diet before, during, or after, or even supplementing. All they did was ask, are you taking a vitamin D supplement at the beginning, at the end? And they saw that the people who were taking a vitamin D supplement had lower Alzheimer's rates. Now, that could be people who were deficient in vitamin D and taking the supplement, it may have helped because when you go from deficiency to not, that can definitely benefit the body in all sorts of ways. Right. But also, if you are of the type of person to be taking supplements, then you are probably of the socioeconomic class and health-seeking behavior level that there's all sorts of other stuff going on. So this study itself was absolutely worthless to say, take vitamin D supplements and prevent Alzheimer's, but it showed a link.
And it sells vitamin D very well.
Oh yeah, I asked my mother, I was like, was there any link on that page to a vitamin D supplement?
I don't know, like with vitamin D, people ask, I'm like, it's cheap. So if you want to take, a low, whatever, you want to take a little extra. And a lot of people I know,
if you live in Canada during winter.
I work from my basement. Even during the summer, I put a little vitamin D powder in my coffee every morning because might as well stay topped off. It's the doses are in like micrograms. So like I have a custom powder that I mix with my coffee and it's like a tiny,
Can you buy it in powder form? Because I know with a lot of the supplements, it's a little like, especially with some supplements that are like fat soluble or whatever, it's real risky because you could just be like, oh, milligram, gram, that's the same thing. Put it in there and then you're fucked, right?
That is
the vitamin D things you buy at the store are just compressed powder.
They're powder with a lot of filler because vitamin D, you need such a small amount that your pill is mostly filler and a tiny bit of active powder. So I buy the pure powder and put like...
But you can buy the pure powder? I didn't even know you could do that.
Bulk supplements has the pure powder of most type of supplements. So
I used to be able to like purchase, I think I bought at one point caffeine powder.
I've got some right over there.
Yeah, I feel like they stopped because there was definitely people who were like who did grams instead of milligrams. Like
the
there's a big difference between 5 milligrams of caffeine and 5 grams.
5 grams is 50% the lethal dosage.
Is it 10 grams the lethal dosage?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be very careful with powdered caffeine.
Yeah, so like I don't even really see it too much anymore because it's so easy to overdo, and like caffeine's more toxic than I think people realize.
If you're taking caffeine pure, use it in pill form where the dose is pre-measured. Unless you're someone like me who has a jewelry scale and is
that
nerdy
just kind
about
of seems dangerous to sell it for like just powder form.
They sell rat poison. Like, I don't know.
That's a fair point.
That is true, but typically, I don't know. Like just like okay, listen. You have to work towards the lowest common denominator. You have to work with that, right? Like the people that don't realize gram versus milligram, and plus we're in America. Mike, we're in America. Did you know that? We're in America where people don't understand the metric system.
Holy shit. I didn't need bad news when I got on here.
Where we use what do we even use in America? What system do we use? What's it called?
I think we use the
imperial
system.
I don't even know what it's called.
It's called the scientists hate us system.
Basically, right? So like you tell a person with like who has like a bag of poison, which is caffeine, and like now you got to work with milligrams and grams. The chances of them fucking up are pretty high.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. So you got to be very careful when you get the pure stuff, but it is something. Actually, I got it because I was doing a hair regrowth experiment, and topical or also certain skincare stuff. Like topical caffeine has certain interesting effects that are totally separate from the systemic.
Tell me more.
Yeah, Rob's interested for
actually.
Anyway, just
before you tell us anything else, maybe you should tell us about yourself.
Hey, he's been on multiple times. Go back and watch the other. No, go ahead.
I can't.
This time we're all wearing shirts.
Yes, exactly.
We are wearing shirts. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I've got some businessy stuff I got to do, so I just wanted to drop in and say hi, everyone. Hey, it's Mike Needs a Plan.
Drop some wisdom on people before you go.
Do I feel like is there any housekeeping I got to do? No. Nothing. Can't think of it. I'm sure I'll think of it as soon as I hang up.
Hey, give us some wise words before you go. We want some.
Did you already ask Avisha like what he does, just in case anyone doesn't know him?
We were just.
That's what we were just doing.
Okay, cool.
That's what we were just doing.
Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I need a manager for the. Am I like the manager now?
Sure. It doesn't. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Yes. No. All of it.
Clearly, you're the one with the plan.
Don't be your best is going to be my thing for the day. Don't be your best because people, if you start to be your best, people will expect more of you. And you won't be able to get away with as much.
Low expectations.
Low expectations.
Keep the bar
Lower
low.
the bar.
Lower the bar. Be kind to yourself, everybody. Seacrest out.
All right.
I like that random mic interjection.
Yeah,
it's like a word. But
back to we don't have sponsors. We have microisms that just come in for a little bit. What were we saying? Yeah. All right. Fine. Introduce yourself. Yeah.
All right.
Tell the people.
Do the spiel. My name is Avisha. I have a channel called Distilled Science where I try to help people walk that line between cutting edge science that could actually be applied to help improve lives and misinformation. And unfortunately, a lot of what you're going to see in the realm of science applied to health is more along the lines of misinformation. So I tend to spend a lot of time doing that.
Yeah. So, okay, take us back to the green light thing, though. What's going on?
Yes, go back to the green light, because I was actually very interested in that.
So I did a video a little over a year ago on a study that had come out where they looked at the use of green light to treat migraines. And by exposing people, they had them sit between 3 and 6 feet away, 1 to 2 meters from a string of green LEDs for 1 to 2 hours per day. They saw a reduction in both frequency and severity of migraines. They were not staring directly at the lights. They were doing like listening to music, reading a book while the lights were in their field of vision, but they were not directly looking at them. And this was interesting.
Yes, it was.
Were they allowed to be like on their phone when they were like
no other light sources in the room?
That's what I was curious about. Okay.
Yeah, because so this was motivated by a much earlier study back in 2016 where they were trying to go and look at what was it for people who have migraine photophobia, so they're sensitive to light, which wavelengths of light were they most susceptible to? So around 80 to 90% of people with migraines are susceptible to light. It'll make things worse. And they tried to figure out what types of light will make things the worstest.
The worstest,
scientist, not an English person.
Worstest.
Yeah,
I'm with it. No, I'm
the worstest form of light.
Yeah.
So they put these people in a very high-tech little helmet where they were able to flash different types of light. It says while also measuring pupillary response and brain response. And what they found was actually something very surprising, which is that when they were exposed to white, red, and blue light, it made the migraines worse. But the green light actually ended up reducing the intensity of the migraines. And the lower green light a little bit more than the higher green light.
And that's because green comes from nature, and nature good for body.
You and the rest of the people in my comment section.
Yeah, I want to be the comment. I want to be the dumb comment section people that brings up the really important points.
What's fascinating about it is there's sort of two different pathways going on. So on the first, there is the fact that people suffering from migraines are essentially, it's like their nervous system is oversensitized to stimuli. And the stronger the stimulus, the more it's going to trigger things and cause problems. Okay. So they brought everyone back in that study and they measured brain activity while exposing them to the different lights again. And what they found was that when they were exposed to green light, it actually produced the smallest spike of electrical activity in the like retina and thalamus for certain types of like waveforms.
Oh, they probably did an EEG. I've done those before. You get a bunch of like wires on their head and shit like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Like this is a more nuanced version of it, but essentially that's what they're doing. Okay. Yes, they're using like electrodes to measure electrical spikes. Yeah, and they found a lower magnitude of electrical spiking with regards to green as opposed to when they were exposed to red, white, or blue. Which that right there is why if you're talking about any type of electrical spike coming from the retina, triggering the trigeminal nerve, triggering a cascade, which leads to pain with migraines, if green is producing the least of the spiking, then the theory is that that's producing the lowest stimulus for triggering the migraine.
That's the least worst thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But if that were the case, then you would have seen the least triggering from the green light, but still a triggering. What they ended up finding, though, was that it did trigger it in some people, but for some people, it also made it less bad, which was fascinating. So more research found that exposure to green light actually triggers the production of endogenous opioids, where essentially it's triggering the anti-nociceptive properties. It's triggering the pain relief.
Got it, yeah.
So it's not just this is the least bad, but this is actually actively pain killing.
But can we get high off it?
How much green light? What's the efficacious dose?
I will leave that for you to figure out about the high one. But report back.
Do we use this in combination with shrooms, or is this its own thing? That's my question.
The question is, with shrooms, will you still perceive it as green, or will you still get the rainbows?
Oh, no! Oh, God, the body gets confused. Now we need a new study. Take this, tell us what lights you see, and then we'll figure out from there.
Should have sent
and so recently the green light stuff was also tied into fibromyalgia?
Yes. So the same group of researchers, after running the human trial on migraines, tried to see, hey, can this help fibromyalgia patients? Because essentially, if we're talking about the analgesic effect of it, rather than the photosensitive one with migraines, with fibromyalgia, it's just their whole nervous system is sort of on overdrive, and systemic central nervous system level pain killing could be helpful. So they found, this is a pretty small study with only 21 people, but when they had them do the exact same protocol of 1 to 2 hours per day in front of the green LEDs, they had a very significant lowering of the frequency and intensity of their fibromyalgia pain symptoms, and an increase in their ability to do chores.
Increase in their ability to do chores,
which you could say is a good or bad thing, depending on who's.
What? Okay, it's definitely that's definitely interesting. So wait, are you doing something with it now? Are you setting up a green light room?
Given the fact that what you need is very, very low light intensity still for the optimal treatment. So we measure light intensity that hits a surface in lux. And they measured between 4 and 100 lux between 3 and 6 feet away as the ideal. Earlier rodent studies found that when you subjected them to 300 lux, the beneficial effect disappeared, which is sort of a negative when you think about the nature explanation. It raises some questions, because when you're outdoors in nature, the total light you're getting exposed to is in the thousands of lux. It's way more than just the hundreds. So there's a lot of interesting things that we still don't fully understand there. But in general, it's sometimes a challenge to actually get a low enough light level as opposed to get a high enough light, which is why the really expensive green light companies, there's a company called the LA Lamp, which charges between $200 and $300 for their green light therapy lamp with a patented wavelength of light. Now, I think we discussed this earlier. This is another light that let's lower the
very green, very
intensity.
light, very green.
let's see. Can I get this on camera now? Yeah. So this is sort of similar to the LA lamp. It's only $80 as opposed to like $300, but $80 is also way too much for something like this, because what you need is just green light. And the green light that comes from my LEDs over here, or from my cheaper, more multifunctional, like in general, when you have RGB lights, they're going to be having green, blue, and red LEDs to produce the full color spectrum. And if you can use the app and say, just go to green, in general, that's going to be the same patented frequency of light as you're going to be getting from the $200, $300 lamp.
Because standardized mass production.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is Christmas is coming up, right? Christmas, where the two colors, generally red and green. So you decorate your Christmas tree, just green. Boom. Problem solved. There
you go. You know, it's funny. So right now I'm actually wearing contacts that some brand sent me in the middle of testing out. They block out blue light and a lot of red light. So like I'm getting a very green sort of perception. And that's why my eyes look so dark.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like they're a little demonic.
Oh, I just thought you were high.
Yeah, I mean.
High on the green light.
It's not an either or situation, but
what's funny is they have two different types of contacts. The ones I was wearing yesterday were red, and they make you look like a demon.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is a lot cooler than this.
Wait, is that why people are happy at Christmas time? Because you're getting both red and green light therapy at the same time?
Exactly.
I think that's
We've solved it all. We've solved it all.
I think that's why people like Christmas. It's the red and green light. You get both of them.
Who the fuck?
And that's why Christmas comes earlier every year.
We need that red and green light therapy. That's interesting.
Yeah. But right now, like right over there on my couch, I have 20 different products of different forms of like RGB lamps, green night lights, and I'm in the middle of testing them all out to figure out which ones can actually produce the right wavelength. And one of the problems is you need to get it dim enough. But the way a lot of LEDs will dim is by flickering on and off very quickly, which can cause headaches.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, they like put tape over the LEDs.
They did, yeah,
study.
very good.
Yeah.
So they, rather than putting the dimmer switch on, they taped 2 out of the 3 LEDs on the strip so that they got a dim enough one. However, what I have been finding is that the better brands of LED strips, the way they dim is with pulsed width modulation at a high enough frequency after already mostly converting to DC that essentially they're going on and off between 1200 and 2000 times per second, which is above the threshold that will really cause the problems. It's when you're in the hundreds of hertz cycling on and off that you really get the headache issues. So what that means is that a lot of these products, which are just the normal multicolor LED stuffs, will likely be fine when it comes to getting this effect. One thing that both those, like the researchers never talked about, and it has not come up in any of my research, but makes complete sense if you look at enough science of optics, is the rods in your eye are responsible for processing like low light, contrast. That's what you're mostly using when it's very, very dim. And that's why when it's like really dark out, you mostly don't have much color perception. It's just like all shades of gray. So the rods are not really responsible for the beneficial effect of green light when it comes to treating pain. It's really the cones. And the cones are mostly only functional in your primary focus area. So they're not really doing much in your peripheral vision. You're getting most of your color vision out of your central focus. And when it comes to a single light, like, you know, the $200 or $300 lamp, what you want is to get enough of the cones being saturated by the green light within your primary view. So when the researchers did a study on the LED strips, that's actually a lot better if you're sitting there and looking at like a book and you're sort of getting this pervasive green at a low level. My theory is that you're going to get a better effect rather than having a single bright source, which bright sources with high contrast can also trigger headaches. So my guess is the ideal is going to be a more diffuse green light at a low intensity rather than, like, if you can get it dim enough and you're reading with like the lamp right in front of you and you've got the book and it's dim in the right level, that'll probably be fine. But it's like another point where you need to calibrate properly to get the good benefit, and these companies don't talk about it at all.
Right. I feel like in the study, another benefit is just telling people like, yeah, you can't be on your phone while this is happening. Just like, you have to read a book, fucker. Stop like doom scrolling Instagram for a little bit.
There was a control though, where they were spending 10 weeks with white LEDs and 10 weeks with green LEDs. So that's the control group, the control group did not experience the same benefits. It's not just that they were sitting in a calm room for that amount of time, not using their phones. Although it is actually possible using the like assistive device settings on a phone to put a green filter over the phone so that the only light coming out is in the green spectrum.
Okay. So what color should people go with then? What do you, after everything, what are we doing? Are we going red? We going green? We going both? Do we
Definitely
start
blue.
in the morning with red and then before like I want the analgesic effects before I go to bed. I'm going to go green.
If you want the full recipe of colors, essentially what you would want is in the early morning, you want the blue light to properly set your circadian rhythm and
I want full Huberman. I want full Huberman.
That's right. So you wake up at 4 a.m. and you start sprinting.
Yes. And you get the blue light. Okay, I'm with you. We're waiting 90 minutes for coffee. I remember that. We
exactly.
wait 90 minutes
you wait
for
90 minutes. You come back, and after you've gotten that blue light in the proper part of your eye, then you jump into your cold plunge, where in the cold plunge you're surrounded by red lights.
Oh, at the same time, I like it.
Yeah, because that way you're getting like the anti-inflammatory effects of the cold combined with the red. And why waste time, really?
They don't counteract each other. It's a symbiotic relationship, is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
Does it count if the ice plunge is just red 40?
Ooh,
Just a bucket, like it's a giant vat of red 40.
A bucket of icy red 40.
Forget icy hot.
There's
Icy
only one way to
40.
tell.
Oh shit! I would totally do it. I mean, let's see. Apparently, you're see-through with yellow 5. What happens with red 40? There's only one way to know.
Only one way. You know, I had some people in my comments recently saying that how dare they do animal testing for these studies. So I think they would like to volunteer.
I'm sure some humans would do it. I'm sure, like, we got people eating like cow brains and shit. Like, I'm sure we could get some people to sign up to jump in a bucket of red 40.
You got that guy that ate raw chicken until he got sick.
Oh, did he stop? Did that happen?
He finally stopped at one point, and like there was no mention of anything, but it's kind of obvious he probably finally got sick.
Maybe. I mean, I did like actually a video on Hamo too, where I had a theory that theoretically, there's a range of acidities that you can have for your stomach within like the normal human spectrum. And the reason why are more able to eat just carrion without a problem. One of the big ones has to do with the lowered acidity in their stomach environment, killing off more bacteria than humans. Right. So I would posit that there are certain people that have a greater ability to survive eating raw meat than others. And it's also, if you're eating it straight, like very, very fresh, you're going to get far lower bacterial exposure than if you're eating it, like from Costco defrosted on your counter overnight.
Right.
That's
so if it's very fresh and he happens to be someone who can handle it.
What I'm hearing is if I take another acid to lower the pH of my stomach, I take a little battery acid or whatever I have lying around, that will decrease my risk of getting sick from said raw meat.
It's possible. I would recommend sulfuric acid if you have it.
Okay, so I like it. Okay, so like what if I was trying to get down to vulture level? Because I know vultures have like a pH of like 0.5 or some shit, like something. I think they're
between 1 and 2, but it's pretty crazy, yeah.
I remember it's really low, like it's super low. Like if I want vulture bile, if I want vulture stomach acid, how much sulfuric acid will I need to reach said level?
That is a good question.
I think
black volume.
Asking the real questions here.
I guess they're between 3 and 4. That's interesting.
Are they 3 and 4? I thought vultures.
Really?
I thought they were like super duper acidic, and that's why they eat raw meat.
Is saying between 2 and 5.6. There's a whole bunch. There's also, it's not just the acidity. There also has to do with their immune systems being slightly different and more primed. Like there's a lot of different stages. Even when it comes to like dogs, actually have antibacterial saliva.
Okay. But why get sick when bit by dog?
So we need to transplant a dog's tongue on Liam, have him consume some sulfuric acid, and inject him with vulture antibodies.
This sounds like while bathing.
Can we do one at a time?
40?
I feel like we're really jumping into the red 40 pool when we should really be dipping our toes in at first. So raw meat, bad. Don't eat that. Just cook it faster, or not faster, better, less sick.
Yeah,
and then
less worstest.
Less worstest. And then so then all colors have benefit, except it seems like white. White seems like it does nothing.
I mean, Blue light is white is the combination of everything.
Oh, okay. So that's probably there's too many colors.
Too many colors, you get confused.
So you need to start with. So you can start with one. So we got green light, we got red light, white. That's stupid. Get it out of here. We should just get rid of that.
Who needs it anyway?
What what are you doing back here? Get out of here. Go away.
Suddenly, Mike.
I'm back.
What
All right, guys. So I'm Avisha.
Let me introduce myself. What the hell? So, okay, what about store? So if we get stores like Target, they're red. So why don't instead of white light, they just have red throughout their store? You do that, and then they get red light therapy as you're shopping.
I could see that being a thing in certain types of stores. Target, it might be a bit difficult. Everyone's like going, "Hey, I bought this green sweater. Wait a minute."
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think about the color situation of buying stuff.
It would be more like I bought this gray sweater. So I'm in the middle of designing a line of merch, and one of the things that I'm working on that I'm still doing a lot of testing is I want a design that looks different under different colors of light.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it would be very
that sounds neat.
fun to like have my shirt look like say one thing. Like, so I have a design where it's like, "Don't talk to me, I'm in pain," but that's in pain in white light or red light. But then when you put it on green light, it says I'm healing.
Okay, that's
I like
fun.
that. That's good.
How's it coming? How's it coming along so far? Is it kind of? I mean, we're kind of working, not working.
I can show you guys like the concept.
It's interesting.
Pull it up here.
That'd be fun because it's like those ones
We'll just describe it for the visually impaired that are listening.
Or you go over to YouTube where the videos are posted and you can see it.
Let's see. Does Riverside have
like it's like at the gym? Like they have those ones that when they get wet, they have like it says something different. It's the same thing, just with the light. What if you just make it super?
Like when my shirt gets wet, it's suddenly a shirt that doesn't have nipples on it has nipples on it.
Is that just you, or does that happen?
No, it's the shirt. It's very carefully designed.
It's not me. It's not like my nipples. It's also a belly button.
It's one of those newfangled like positivity brands where you have like built-in nipples.
Mm-hmm. Built-in nipples.
Everyone has nipples. That's the thing.
Nah, my areolas aren't that big.
Where is the share?
Yeah, I want.
Okay.
Because like I like that at the gym. You get like you're like because the thing is like at the gym I don't even like sweat that much, but I see these like cool shirts that like sweat and then it's just like comes on like it has like a little like slogan or some shit once it gets wet. I'm like I don't fucking sweat enough for that. So I want something with a light that I can just flip a switch and then boom. What if I just make a full
go over to
shirt?
the gym lights and be like, "Hey, let's change it up in here. Let's get some red light going."
There's a gym that opened up near me, and that has a whole posing room, just a room for fucking posing. I'm like, damn, that's like a full on influencer gym right there.
That's insane.
Just
then again, I have many times thought, hey, it would be fun to film some content here, but I go to New York Sports Club, so that's not really doable.
Let me just take my shirt off and start flexing. This has a room dedicated just for that.
So Liam flexing videos when?
I just go to the Y. They got child watch for Oakley, so I probably not anytime soon drop her off. Let me go work out. Take this child. She'll be fine.
All right. So I can't share my screen because of permissions issues, then I'll have to restart Riverside. But what I can do is probably drop a basic thing into the chat.
I want to see.
Which presumably is a thing.
It is a thing. Even if it's a link.
You know what else is a thing? You know what else is a thing? The DeLorean.
It is a thing.
That is.
Do you want to contribute to our DeLorean fund?
DeLorean fund, yes. To the 200
fundraiser.
We're fundraising not for the classic DeLorean, but for the new one.
The new one, yeah. Man. I was just telling them, like, because of New York now, I probably need new car because New York has laws on salvage vehicles. My car is salvage.
New York is the worstest.
It's really annoying. I might have to trade it in just for parts. I like my car.
When you say salvage, I imagine like a Mad Max kind of situation.
So that's what it was, and then it got tuned down to just a 2012 Nissan Sentra.
A mild
real
max.
Basic shit.
Okay.
Extra mild.
Extra mild. Is that the one with the side mirror isn't there?
Is that extra mild not having a side mirror?
I guess. I don't know. And what do you got, a flamethrower on there?
I feel like extra mild would be more safety features.
I feel that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking extra mild is like it's got like 10 airbags.
Your seatbelt has seatbelts.
Yeah, exactly.
Every
you gotta 80 miles an hour. You know, that's the extra mild.
Put a roll cage on a Prius.
Yeah, exactly. That's the extra mild.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be needing a new car. So why not a $250,000 DeLorean? Besides price.
Why not?
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
And the thing is,
so I couldn't share.
Oh yeah, go on.
I couldn't share the screen, and I couldn't drop an image in the chat. So I dropped a link to the image in the chat.
A link to the image. I still want to see it. Let me see this.
Oh, I like that. When are you selling these? I want one.
Coming to stores this Black Friday, hopefully.
Really? That's soon. That's a couple of weeks from now.
I'm trying to push to hit the rush, but
interesting.
Well, this will be out tomorrow, as at the time of this recording. So to those of you who are hearing this on 11/13/25,
there you go.
You can share. Cool.
You can share it.
Look at that. Yeah, go over to YouTube so you can look at the or where could they see this otherwise? On your website or?
So right now it's not out anywhere yet because I'm still finalizing like design bits. I'm debating making it a bit more complicated, but if they sign up for my newsletter, I'll be sending out all the details soon. I mean, probably posting something about it, but the newsletter will have all the links. So that's at like distilledscience.xyz.
What's the blue one say?
Healing, right?
So
green is healing.
The green is healing. The blue technically says chilling. The red is in pain. I am still trying to dial it in so that like, in an ideal world, you wouldn't be able to read the healing at all in normal light, but that's very hard to swing.
Interesting.
But as of right now, when you look at it if you were to look at this in green light, you would only see it say healing. Whereas right now,
can I get a shirt that changes depending on how much ice cream I eat? Just like I am full. I am happy. I am satiated. I've eaten a whole tub of Ben and Jerry's.
You want it to be like a muscle shirt that's like, as your stomach expands a little bit, it somehow changes how it looks.
How about it changes from a muscle shirt into like an extra large comfy sweater? That's what I want.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of t-shirt designs, can you guys tell what this design is?
Rorschach test. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going to go with ice cream.
It's looking like a lava lamp to me.
Try to turn your head upside down.
Oh, it's Einstein.
Well, now people really have to go
there
to
that's crazy.
YouTube just to see us all turn our heads.
Here, I'll turn one way. You can turn the other way.
You just wanted to see us bend over. Yeah, it's Einstein.
It's a Petri dish?
No, Mike got it.
Huh.
It is Albert Einstein made out of 100 circles.
Oh.
Where do you find this?
I made it.
You made it. Are you selling these?
This is coming to stores this Black Friday.
Everything's coming Black Friday.
All shirts coming to stores this Black Friday.
Basically, I was thinking to myself, like,
use code Mike needs a plan.
I wanted to come up with some sort of line of merch, but I hate when merch is just my name or something very simple. So I wanted it to be something that I myself would enjoy wearing because there's something like nerdy about it inherently. So I love optical illusions. I love like when I can sort of do a mathy sciencey thing on the shirt itself. I think this one I went a little bit too far because almost no one can tell what it is just by looking at it, even when they're like properly oriented. So maybe I'll do like a beginner's level one where it's face right side up and then like an expert one where it's upside down. But I don't know. I love the concept of it being like you're up close and it's just totally nothing. But like from far enough away at the right angle, it's like,
how about a stereogram on a shirt?
I've thought about doing that. So actually I've created some cool stereograms that, I used to love those as a kid. But the problem with stereograms
how about two shirts that like each one is part of the stereogram?
And then it's like when people stand close enough together the right way.
Yeah.
Buddy shirt. Talk about a couple's purchase.
This is an absolutely incredible hobby that you have. I'm in great admiration because I unfortunately got the type of autism that makes my teeth hurt at Walmart.
Oh, damn.
So I want
You've also
like
got the type of autism
shirts
that makes you lose a filling while you're on a podcast by eating banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, it's I can't do anything. It's bad. So everything I've heard so far about these shirts, I love. Is it under a brand name? Is it under your name? I want people to know how to find these.
I mean, it's going to be under my Distilled Science brand, but also it'll be. I've created a store called Stem Cells.
I like it.
I love that.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
So I have the domain. It's launching soon. I'm building out the store.
Crazy that no one had that. That's great. Yeah, this
This
is awesome.
Like I've been curating for years a list of all sorts of like really fascinating nerdy products. Like I do an annual like gift guide for nerds. I figured why not sort of just bring everything together and introduce a few of my own products because I'm nerdy like that.
Yeah.
It's very
you know what's a
Vsauce
nerdy product that's really cool? The DeLorean.
That's true. I should add that to my website. For a mere $400,000.
Yeah.
He's got to cover the lawsuit money too. He gets sued by the DeLorean Motor Company.
No. It's fine. It's just going to be like an affiliate link to them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought, well, didn't he go bankrupt from selling drugs? It's fine. It'll be okay.
So you're saying
Well, he's not here anymore.
Oh,
John DeLorean died in 2000.
Also, then it's fine. Then
also, that sounds like a fake name. Like, oh, who started the DeLorean Motor Company? John DeLorean? It's really his name.
I worked at a restaurant where the owner's name was John DeJean. And I'm not joking. That was actually his name.
Did he really like mustard?
I don't.
Or he probably hated it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that was interesting.
He got so sick of hearing about it that he can't do it anymore. I can't hear this again.
Well, I think where besides stem cells, where else can people find you?
Besides stem cells, well, it's Distilled Science on all the platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's distilledscience.xyz. Theoretically,
for all your science needs,
whatever.
And your Black Friday shopping,
your
apparently,
nerdy,
you got lots of options.
Hopefully,
for your nerdy
even a
wish list
DeLorean
coming up
soon.
this Christmas.
Actually, you know, as long we're on this topic, I might as well show off the other design.
Please. Again, you can see all of this on YouTube. You go to YouTube, the In Moderation YouTube, and you can see this. Or you can go to...
People over on Spotify are like, screw you, Mike. I'm saying on Spotify.
So,
A bar, so it's a little like only
It's
facts.
a QR code?
Only facts.
Spread it out a little more.
Spread out your only facts a little bit more.
Spread it open. I broke one of my rules. I never scan QR codes.
I scan everyone I see because you never know what gold you're going to find.
So I've just accessed Avisha's Only Facts, and it says the average human body contains enough carbon to make around 900 pencils.
How many DeLoreans can it make?
How many DeLoreans can it make? So if I refresh, do I get a new one?
You will. Right now, what you're looking at is a dummy page that is not fully functional yet. I'm in the process of still fully building it. The goal is to have it where it's like a new fact of the day that users can also submit facts to that will then get fact checked before going up. But as I said, I don't like random designs. I like nerdy functional ones. So this would be a new science fact whenever you scan.
It's very simple. It's straightforward. It says exactly what it is here. You just see the fact, and that's that.
It's like a Snapple
and only a fact.
I miss the Snapple. I like the Snapple facts.
Oh yeah, those were fun and sometimes accurate.
Who cares about accuracy, especially not these days? Doesn't matter anymore.
It's like, you know, the crazy hot scale. It's sort of like that with facts also. Like if you want to believe it enough, then you'll just not want to fact check it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very Vsauce what you're doing here. This is Avisha sauce is what it is.
Avisha sauce.
Not to be confused with V Shred, because we hate that guy.
No, we hate that guy. Okay. Fuck that guy.
The worst.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are going to hate
someone who
next
I do
week's
enjoy. My daughter, I have to go get because she is stranded at daycare and she can't drive yet. She's almost there. Another,
that's why she's not screaming in the background.
15 years, yeah, she'll be there, but not quite. So I need to go get that one. So I'm gonna say good night to everyone. I'm gonna be searching DeLoreans as I get off here.
Sounds good. Fun chatting with you, Liam.
See you later.
See you later.
Coming soon, only DeLoreans.
Very niche market.
Well, Mike's in the market, so.
I'm in the market. Me and Liam are going to co-own that DeLorean. We've been plotting on this for a while.
Have you worked out how you're going to do your custody split?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm probably going to be a deadbeat DeLorean owner. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm going to be super about it.
Mike will just be happy living in the trunk.
Yeah, once we have it, I'm just going to dip, leave town.
Hey, wasn't that a great time listening to the podcast? I'm assuming you were just listening to In Moderation. So if you go ahead and hit the 5-star button, is that a thing? The like button?
That's a thing.
No.
Yep.
The like button
5
on
stars.
YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Not the dislike button. That's a bad button. The like button.
Don't touch.
Hit all the other buttons. The share. You can go check out
all those things.
Subscribe. Go check out our Patreon. Yeah. We do have a Patreon. It's free to join if you want, or you could give us some money. That'd be really cool, like $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have. That's
where you'll find all the news for this.
We're super appreciative. You can find all sorts of other stuff there. We do giveaways. I think sometimes. Sometimes. All that. Yeah. Absolutely. So, peace.